Hello, welcome to Pixel Pirates Reviews, where I review the good, the bad, and the downright horrible. Today, we're going to be reviewing Thor Love and Thunder. So, let us get into this. Oh, but before I do want to say that go ahead and watch the whole video, because I have hidden some clues as to what video I'm going to be releasing next throughout this video. So, comment down below if you guessed it, and if you got it right, I'll feature your comment in my next video. So, let us get into this. We open on Gorr's planet, where he is trying to save his dying daughter. But, spoiler alert, she dies. After she dies, and after Gorr buries her, Gorr is led to an oasis, where his god actually lives, hunts. It's not really clear. What is clear is that the god doesn't give a crap about Gorr or any of his people. So, Gorr takes all black, the Necrosword, which I do want to point out, in the comics, was originally wielded by Null, the symbiote king. But it seems like in this movie, they went with a more not Sony related thing, because Sony has the rights to Venom and the symbiotes. Instead, they had all black be tied to the Shadow Realm, which is sticking to kind of what all black is, but it's still very interesting. Gorr, after proclaiming,
"All gods will die,"
goes off in search of more gods to fight. Meanwhile, on the other side of the galaxy, Thor is riding with the Guardians of the Galaxy to save a planet whose gods have been butchered by Gorr. But Thor doesn't know that yet. So Thor is acting all full of himself, all high and mighty, and is leaving a path of destruction everywhere. So, after showing that display, well, the Guardians kind of dump him. But not before hearing a distress call from Lady Sif. So Thor, Korg, and the screaming goats that the people bestowed upon Thor. I'm pretty sure it was meant to be a punishment, but Thor took it as a tribute. So all throughout the movie, we have to hear about the screaming goats. It's weird. It's really weird. So Thor, Korg, and the goats use Stormbreaker to go to where Lady Sif is. Lady Sif is on a battlefield. After battling with Gorr, Sif warns Thor that the God Butcher is coming for New Asgard. So, Thor rushes his way back over there. Meanwhile, back on Earth, Jane Foster is battling cancer. She hears Mjolnir call to her, and goes to New Asgard as well, where she gets Thor-like powers. She becomes the Mighty Thor, or Lady Thor. So, Thor arrives right when Gorr is attacking New Asgard. Of course, this is just a front, because Gorr does not actually want to fight Thor yet. He just wants to take the children. And you might be thinking, no, not the children! Anything but the children! But don't worry. Thor gets him back. So, Gorr takes the children to the Shadow Realm. And during the battle, Thor reunites with Mjolnir. And this is where the funniest parts in the movie come from. A jealous Stormbreaker. Anytime Thor gets too close or gets to talking to Mjolnir, Stormbreaker has a fit. I mean, it is almost like Stormbreaker is a jealous ex-wife. I mean, what? And I also love that later on in the film, when Thor gives Stormbreaker its first drink of beer, Stormbreaker dips and weaves like it's drunk. Huh? That's hilarious. Anyways, we're jumping too far ahead. Thor learns that Gorr is taking the children to the Shadow Realm. After the battle, after Jane and Thor catch up, Thor and Valkyrie actually get the same idea to go to Omnipotent City in order to recruit an army of gods in order to fight Gorr. Spoiler alert, that does not happen. They get there, Jane is trying to come up with new catchphrases, but they wind up fighting Zeus, who is played by Russell Crowe. And they end up impaling him in the chest with his own lightning bolt. So, yeah, they steal the lightning bolt, make a quick getaway out of there. And they actually go into the Shadow Realm. Jane finally spills the news to Thor that she has cancer right before they go battle. And I love this fact about the camera, that whenever they enter the Shadow Realm, all the color drains from their skins, and the only light emitting is from the weapons, which I find is awesome. They find a tent. Jane figures out that Gorr is after Eternity, who can actually grant one wish from the person who frees him. But in order to free Eternity, you have to have the Bifrost. And in order to have the Bifrost, you have to have Stormbreaker. So, Jane throws Stormbreaker out into space. Because, guess what?
It's a trap!
With a ton of jabs and stabs and, a tough battle with the Shadows and Gorr, Jane is injured, Valkyrie is injured. So Thor decides to take them both back to New Asgard. But Gorr grabs a hold of Stormbreaker. So Thor is stranded on New Asgard without Stormbreaker, with Jane injured, Valkyrie injured, and it's just an overall bad time. It's about to get even worse though, because Thor learns that every single time Jane actually uses Mjolnir, her ability to fight the cancer gets worse. So Thor sets out by himself with the Thunderbolt in hand, goes to fight Gorr, who has found his way to Eternity and is currently opening the seal. Thor gets to it, finds the kids, imbues them for a limited time only with the power of Thor, so they are like super powered cretins. It's just hilarious, that scene. Whilst Gorr and Thor fight. Thor gets quite a good licks in, but eventually he gets beaten. So Jane, well, disobeying Thor's orders to stay in bed and to not use Mjolnir again, goes to help Thor. So they both drop the hammer on Gore, injure him so bad that he crawls into the portal to free eternity. Thor goes in after Gore, after Jane's insistence, who actually Gore is sitting in front of eternity, getting ready to make his wish to kill all of the gods. But Thor persuades him with the help of Jane, who is dying, and decides to wish for his daughter back. So that way he can take care of her. But spoiler alert, All Black poisons the wielder. So Gore doesn't have that much time left anyway. So Gore asks Thor to take care of his daughter, which Thor does. Jane dies, but not before telling Thor about the catchphrase she thought up of. Then she fades away into little dust. So Thor takes care of Gore's daughter, who Korg, who is retelling these events, actually nickname Love and Thor Thunder. That's where the name comes in. Oh, were y'all wondering about where Korg was? He's just over a lava pit making a baby with a rock dude named Dwayne. I don't even have to finish my sentence. I'm sure y'all can figure that one out on your own. So, now that we have the plot out of the way, let me talk about the sound design. The sound design was incredible. I love the rock and roll in the metal songs, like the metal rendition of the Avengers theme and all of the popular rock and metal songs. It was just a blast to listen to. I tried to jot down as many as I could, but let's just be honest, I couldn't get them all. The songs that I can remember was Welcome to the Jungle, Sweet Child of Mine, and what was it? That's right, it was Rainbow in the Dark. So, I really enjoyed all those. The camera angles, those were incredible. Like I said, I love the fact that the color drained from their faces and stuff when they were entering the Shadow Realm. And I just love that whole fight scene altogether. Sorry, everybody. I stopped recording. So, as I was saying, the humor, they toned it down a lot from Thor Ragnarok, and I find that I really enjoyed it because it gave me the same charm that the first two movies did, which I found that incredible. I loved the scenes with the goats, of course, and where Stormbreaker's jealous. And I also love this cool detail right here. So, Korg's god. He is a rock giant sitting on a throne of scissors in the shape of the Iron Throne from Game of Thrones, which actually I'm watching at the moment. So I found that was really awesome, really funny, and there was a bunch of references, and I can't even recount them all. So I highly recommend that y'all go watch it. I watched both versions, the 3D and the 2D. Honestly, the 3D version was just a little bit better, but not by much. So yeah, I can really go either way. I would actually rate this a 9 out of 10. It was a phenomenal movie. Absolutely phenomenal. I just don't think that it deserves that golden 10 out of 10 rating. So, but yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you like this type of content, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon to be notified when I upload a new video. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. See ya!